big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grade. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause I blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunters. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touch. And it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. 70, Indy.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Locke escaping the pressure right. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
90, Wolf.
On first down, Locke got an open man. It's Fumagalli. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsay. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. After the interception, here's Ryan. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing. Space.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 18. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they can open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ready. 51. 47. I'm coming. Hey, exit.
47 is the mic.
Ready to go.
Here's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Falcons send out their punter. Back deep for the Broncos is Isaiah McKenzie. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be...
It's caught inside the 25. A gain there of 30 big ones.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up. On third and long, it's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now Ito Smith, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Wait! 51 the mic, boys, 51.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On second down, it's Lindsey. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here we go. Here we go.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. It's a party now. It's a party now. Slam, slam, slam. But
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there. And now it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsay. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Throwing on 2nd down. Ryan into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Here's Locke to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st.
You go. 90 Wolf. Protein spill.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Game situation. Let's go.
Here's Lindsey. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. From the gun on third down, Locke. Flushed out right. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Just like that. Hey, echo.
On first down, Ryan gets it off to Freeman. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan throwing left side here, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. Ryan now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, here's Freeman. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check tight, check tight, check tight. Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So the sack pushes them back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Mike 51. Bravo. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So drive 1, they had the field goal. Drive 2, touchdown. And now here on drive 3, looks like they're going to have to punt.
At least they were finally able to reverse the trend, because giving up the field goal, then the touchdown, it's almost like they finally got to the offensive side of the ball and said, okay, we've got the system to shut you down.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Base, 47. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Jones. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. 21. Come on, let's go.
47's the mic.
Now Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space, because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts, so we get the ball back in good field position.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Watch 52. 52's the mic. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Second and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position, now facing third down.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Hey, Charlie. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. 47.
To throw is Ryan. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan, they'll set up the screen for Freeman.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta. 51 to Mike, boy, 51. Watch the slant, watch the slant. 51, Tom. Watch the slant, watch the slant. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
Got it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Rafton.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out, and the Falcons grab it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Check. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Get him going.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. He completes it to Jones. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 6-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Ryan. The quick slant caught. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll run here with Freeman, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Locked to throw on 2nd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And taken right on the 30. A terrific return, 30 yards all in all. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Ryan. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Check, 47. Hey, 59, ready? 47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. Let's go. Go. 47, Mike. Mike, 47. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Ryan leaves with Freeman on the draw. Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. He's having a night. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And the Broncos have it. And now look at him go. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You can't block me. 58. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 52, Mike 52. I got him.
Now it's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
New Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go. Check 43.
Ryan. It's caught. Jones. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Got one. Got it. 27 Mike. Hey, orbit. Defense, let's go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And Freeman lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Isaiah up. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it because the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
The Falcons send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go, D.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Denver has the 1st down. The play going for 15 yards. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Locke again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Locke. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the 16, Ryan. Caught by Jones. A gain there of 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Ryan. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Watch twist. Watch him go.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now it's Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Come on, set, 50, plant. 54. Man out. Hey, Haywood. Mike 5-4. Shoot.
Now Locke. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Ready, Blue
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time, don't they?
All the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll look to throw. Gets it off to Freeman. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch out. Check. Fresno. 20.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. These are the spots this stage of the game where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Check. Undercrush. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Throwing now is Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Space. Hey. You got 3. 3 down. Wait. 52. Here we go. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Not here. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Here we go.
Back to throw. Jones has it. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. One last shot for Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation.